It's reported at least 27 people have been killed in an elementary school shooting in Connecticut in the USA. From Washington now, I'm joined by artist Gunman with more details. Gunman, bring us up to date with what you know.
Well, Bill, at least 27 people killed, most of them children. It was an elementary school in a small town in Connecticut. The attacker was identified as Ryan Lanza, a 24-year-old man. We're getting reports that Ryan Lanza shot his mother dead, who was a teacher at that school, and it was her kindergarten class that he targeted. We're also getting reports that Lanza's father was found dead in their house. Again, those reports, those are unconfirmed reports. That still needs to be clarified. 2 guns were found on the site of the shooting at that school. Ryan Lanza is dead. We don't know whether he took his own life or whether he was killed by the police. A witness said there must have been 100 rounds fired. There's another man taken into custody. They're not calling him a suspect yet, but he's being questioned. These kinds of shootings are a recurring thing in the U.S. There has been a number of horrifying incidents at schools in the past. This incident is the second deadliest school shooting in U.S. history after a gunman killed 32 people at Virginia Tech in 2007. We, of course, remember the Columbine Massacre in Colorado, where 2 students shot and killed 13 people at their school and injured 24. But that was a high school, and then this last tragedy happened at an elementary school. Those are 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds. The problem is that getting a gun is no problem in the states here, in most states here. Any attempts to regulate that hit the wall, and that wall is the Second Amendment, the right of the people to bear arms. Some states here do have controls over a gun possession, but again, very limited controls. The state of Illinois, for example, used to have a ban on concealed weapons, and just this week, gun rights advocates there celebrated a court ruling that struck down the nation's last such prohibition as unconstitutional and ordered the state to craft a law allowing it. So much for gun control in the U.S. Then the state of Wisconsin tossed out its ban on concealed weapons last year. It seems there is no way of arguing against the amendment, even if those arguments are these horrific massacres that shock the U.S. on a regular basis. The White House today dodged questions on its gun policy in the wake of the tragedy. That, too, is a recurring thing. One of the policy goals of President Obama was a ban on assault weapons, but it's thought to be a losing proposition for any politician in the U.S. to really seriously take on the issue, again, even despite these absolutely horrifying and recurring incidents.
Gunman, thanks very much indeed for that. That's our reporter live there in Washington, Gunman.